What's going on, everybody? It's me, Working Man, and I saw they put out a new Superman trailer. So I thought, we would like try to watch it. We got to mute it and stuff because, we'll look at the stuff and they're like, in the background and whatnot. Um, yeah, because I know DC and Warner Brothers and all that, like, they're very strict on the videos. So, last time I tried to put up a video on Superman, they were like, no, you got to cut that shit out. And I'm like, oh shit. Okay, so, yeah, there's not gonna be any sound. And then, I guess they did this right here to show, like Superman, he doesn't have a new suit because some people were saying how like back here, like it kind of looks like he doesn't have the collar on, which I can see that. I can see how it looks like he's wearing like a different suit, but no, it's just you know, I guess the lighting. I like this guy, the Hammer of Barovia. Like he has that giant Cyclops visor thing and shoots like huge lasers, which is pretty badass. I'm kind of curious, like what's going on here. Like, are these like failed Superman clones, or um, if you ever watched the Superman, I think it's the Death of Superman or Superman, where like Lex is trying to clone Superman, and he has like all these failed attempts, but the one that succeeds is Superboy, because like I guess it had like both Lex's DNA and Superman's DNA. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't have a problem with the CGI in this movie. I think it looks fine. I mean, I'm not one of those people that nitpick on little shit like that. Let's see. Yeah, see, like that doesn't bother me. I mean, I get that like he's going at a high speed, so it looks a little strange. But I mean, honestly, yeah, like I said, it's not that big a deal. But yeah, whew, saves the Asian woman. And we get more. I like how in this trailer we get more Hammer of Barovia and more Ultraman. That's pretty sweet. I think I mean, I hope he doesn't die because I really like that character. I think he's really cool. Bam. No, I mean, honestly, I feel like I'm gonna be rooting for like almost everybody except for Superman in this movie. I like Superman, but I don't know. I think Guy Gardner might be my favorite character, and I like this Hammer of Barovia. And, I never knew anything about him until recently, but yeah, I like how he's got the optic blast, which is pretty cool. From James Gunn, I was gonna say. I think they said that guy's like Rick Flag's father or something like that. But yeah, one thing they had to have done this because of the boys or whatever, which I'm totally fine with it or whatever. But Ultraman, he looks like Black Noir, and as we all know, like from the comics, Black Noir was a clone of Homelander, and this character is a clone of Superman, so it's very all tied together. But yeah, I still haven't quite figured out. Like, I guess I don't know if it's like a pocket dimension opening up or one of Lex's schemes, like to get waterfront property or something. But yeah, I like that how he walks up looking badass. I gotta say, there's something off about that helmet. I don't know, like what it is. Is it the facial part right here, or like? I mean, at first it kind of looked like like very intimidating, but at this shot right here, not so much. I mean, looks like he's got a big nose or something. It's weird. I mean, but it's not that big a deal. Just pointing that out. Kind of curious, like where they're at. Looks like a power plant or something. Superman, Superman. I got a feeling like he's gonna accidentally kill the kaiju. Like he's gonna like not mean to kill it, but he will, and then maybe that's when the Justice Gang gets on him. Like we had a plan to get it out of here. Because I feel like this movie's about Superman, just wanting to save lives, whereas like you know, all the other superheroes they work for companies and they work for like Maxwell Lord or maybe Lex Luthor, and so basically you have to get what do you call it, permission to save lives or whatever. Whereas Superman, he doesn't believe in that shit. He's like, I should be able to save whoever I want to save. Yeah, Ultraman. He's like, I've had enough of this shit. He's about to take on Superman. And then I guess that's the engineer with that black stuff. And you got the LexCorp soldiers, and then the Kryptonite hand back here from Metamorpho. I will say I do like those suits. They look pretty cool. Let's see. I like the eyes or like headlights or whatever. I wonder if these are robots. Because I mean, if that's where your eyes are, then how do you see? I'm thinking they're probably robots. Ooh, tackled his ass. But yeah, I like I think it was like Injustice, the movie, when Superman, like the evil version, fights the good version. He's like, I know our weakness. He's like, we always hold back, and he's like, I don't hold back anymore. But yeah, Mr. Terrific, which I think he's kind of a cool character. Like, again, he was in the Injustice movie, and they imprisoned him because, he pointed out to Superman, like, hey, you want to get rid of all the guns? Why don't you get rid of all the smoking? Because smoking kills more, kills more people than guns do. And then, he's like, then take it a step further and a step further and until you kill people that just litter or whatever. He made a good point, like once you start enforcing these laws on people, you take it one step further and one step further until basically you end up with a just insane dictatorship or whatever. Yeah, I'm hoping we'll see some cool constructs from Guy Gardner, because I feel like Green Lanterns, they always like kind of do the same thing like over and over again. They'll either make a giant hand or a baseball glove or a train or a plane. Let's get creative. I mean, why can't you use your ring to create a copy of, like, I don't know, Superman, or make some kryptonite with your ring, or something. I mean, you have unlimited options with that ring. You can make anything in the universe. I mean, I thought that part was kind of funny when he's like, "I'm not messing around. I'm doing something serious." I'm kind of curious, like, what the hell, is going on. Like, let's see. There's like obviously a huge portal or something going on here. So I don't know. Like, hopefully it's not like some multiverse shit or something. I don't get the feeling there's going to be multiverse stuff going on in this movie because, you know, people are, one, burnt out on it, and two, I don't really see like any kind of other characters like from, another dimension or anything. Some people have said Ultraman, might end up becoming Bizarro, which I don't know how I feel about that, but I mean, it could be interesting. I mean, Bizarro was never one of my favorite characters. Same with Superman. Like, I just never was a big fan of them, but, I am excited to see this movie over Fantastic Four. They got, the American flag waving in the wind. Oh, several American flags. I like that. That's nice. I feel like Superman should be a very American hero. Uh, I feel like he should you know be sort of like DC's Captain America, basically. Yeah, like that. I'm not. Yeah, sorry. I'm thinking. Whenever Superman says, "Hey, eyes up here," I think he's talking to the kaiju, if I'm not mistaken, because you know, if that guy had blasted him with that laser, I don't think he'd be like eyes up here or whatever. But yeah, I think what was his name, Nicholas Holt or something like that. But whoever this guy is, I think he'll do a pretty good job playing Lex Luthor. I mean, he needs to maybe be a little more calm and sophisticated, because Lex Luthor, like, he gets pissed off sometimes, but for the most part, like, he's always like, I'm above everything, and he's usually calm, collected, until something's almost killing him. Then usually he's a big baby. But yeah, I mean, seriously, does that not look like David Duchovny? Seriously, I mean, they need to cast or like, make a reboot of the X Files and put that guy in it as David Duchovny. Seriously, I mean, I would totally watch that. But yeah, I think he's fighting Ultraman here. I mean, it looks kind of like you know, or Hammer Barovia's laser, but one of the other trailers, let's see, can't really see it well here, but yeah, like whoever is standing here, I think they have long hair, so I'm betting. Let's see, I can't really get a good look at it, but yeah, it doesn't really look like the Hammer Barovia's armor. Let's see. Yeah, see, like right there. I mean, it could be him without the helmet, maybe, but it almost looks like eye lasers, like Superman. So I'm betting that's Ultraman right there. Yeah, like seeing Crypto get in on the fight. I've seen some people, bitch about this, about how the teeth hit the camera, like it's kind of like a fourth wall break kind of moment. Which honestly, that doesn't bother me. I mean, I don't really care. Oh, and I've seen other people bitch like, oh, why don't the teeth have blood on them or whatever. I mean, it's a PG-13 movie. Just get over it. It's not like some blood on the teeth is gonna make or break the movie. But yeah, I think Mr. Terrific might be a pretty cool character. Definitely Ultraman's gonna be pretty sweet. Guy Gardner probably gonna be my favorite. I think the reason they call themselves Justice Gang or whatever is because like those are the same initials as James Gunn. I think he did that as a joke. Whoa, looks like they're fighting in some kind of crazy ass dimension or something. But yeah, I like that the dog's biting his boot and he's like, "Stop it!" Anyway, well, that's the trailer for the new trailer for Superman. I guess we can check out this Fantastic Four. But yeah, I am not looking forward to this movie. I'm not gonna see it. I mean, maybe when it comes out for free or something, I'll watch it then. But I mean, yeah, I just feel like it's gonna be a total bust. I mean, I just hate Pedro Pascal so much that just seeing him it ruins my good time. And none of the characters none of the actors like I really care about. I don't know who the hell is playing Johnny Storm, and also Johnny Storm is no longer a ladies' man, which I don't like that. I thought Chris Evans was a really good Johnny Storm. Hell, even the thing, like the thing was way better in what you call it, the 2000s Fantastic Four. Like he was like miserable because he couldn't do anything as a rock man. But in this movie, he's like, I don't know, really jokey and stuff, like where he's like licking the sauce and he's like, "All right, I'm gonna put a little bit of garlic in it," and it's like, yeah, it's not really funny. I guess he's building Herbie, and we got giant Galactus boots. I don't know like why they always do that. Like in pretty much every Fantastic Four movie, they got Reed Richards with like a huge chalkboard, and I'm sure in the movie he's going to stretch and erase or draw or something, because you gotta. I mean, it's like a cliche or something at this point. So it looks like Johnny Storm is doing something on a computer or something, which, I didn't think Johnny Storm was a technical person. Like, I didn't think he knew anything about science. I mean, I will say one positive about the movie is I like the belts. Let's see. Yeah, I like their belts. They look pretty good. I don't know how I'll feel. I think I prefer the thing, with just the pants and without the shirt. Because he looks a little too like he looks weird with the shirt on. So I guess this is them going into space to fight Galactus. Also, hang on, this might be just a bit nitpicky or whatever, but look at his face. Does it not look a little weird or something? Like something doesn't look right. I can't quite put my finger on it. He's got the unibrow, which is good, but it's like the texture he's made of doesn't look quite right. Maybe the shape of his eyes are off or something. I don't know. There's something about the way he looks here. I can't put my finger on it, but it doesn't look right. And also, I mean, this guy looks like a total wuss. I don't get badass, hothead, cool guy from this guy. If anything, I get like loser twink or whatever. And I don't know like why they were trying to make this the Invisible Woman's movie, but I don't know. Just why would you do that? Is that in the movie? Surely that's not in the movie. If that's in the movie, that looks awful. That looks like some shit from a video game. Please tell me that. I mean, actually, you know what? I want this movie to fail, so I hope that is in the movie because it looks like shit. And I'm not sure why meteorites are raining down unless Galactus somehow like I don't know, threw a rock or something at the Earth. Let's say the Silver Surf her or whatever. Like I don't know. Let's see how she looks. I mean, I guess her eyes look okay, but I'm not a fan of like I don't know her lips or whatever. They look a little odd. Her nose looks real wide, which that's just nitpicks. Not a big deal. You know, I mean, overall, I think going with the female Silver Surfer was a bad mistake because Marvel needs to, like separate itself from the MCU as much as possible. They need to, win the fans back and be like, hey, we're gonna, cater to the men in their 30s, who, like superheroes, not to women who don't watch these movies. Also, yeah, that's kind of annoying when Johnny Storm basically flies up into space and he doesn't suffocate. I don't know. I mean, I assume he probably just reignites as he falls back down to Earth and flies or whatever. But I mean, you'd think you would suffocate at that altitude. Seriously, this cannot be real. This has to be bullshit, right? I mean, it. I don't know. Maybe it may be real. I don't know. Well, anyways, that was the new Fantastic Four and the new Superman trailer, which I gotta say, that was very, very strange. But eh, I mean, Superman looked alright, but Fantastic Four looked like shit. Speaking of which, I'm give that a dislike. So give it a dislike. Damn it, why ain't it working? Seriously, did they somehow stop people from disliking the fucking Fantastic Four? Well, anyways, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.